Good evening, everyone. Hope that you are all having an excellent night and had a great day and are ready for a crazy NES game. Real Koopa 67, Fennec, Real. Thank you all so much for stopping by tonight as we're going to be playing some Street Fighter 2010. Nick Gamer, Friday's been very nice, thank you. Hope it's all been good for you too. Hope you have a great weekend. We're sitting on the title screen of Street Fighter 2010 here, and it's just like over and over again. It keeps doing this like title screen animation. It's like it thought there was going to be a cutscene or something, and then it would show it, and then it would come back to the title screen where it would do the kind of flicker thing again. But no, it just keeps doing that flicker thing. I don't think it's a glitch. Just maybe an omen of things to come, perhaps. The final fight, so is this the last Street Fighter, right? This was delivered to us from the future. The future of 2010, apparently. I have no clue what they were thinking when they made this game. And just, yeah. And it's funny how, every media thinks that the future is going to be this one thing. Like, 2010 was only like 20 years after the game was released. Did they really think that there was any chance that 20 years from now was going to look like this? At least make it like 3010 or something. Something a little more believable. It's fascinating to see that, sci-fi media thought that the early 2000s were going to be this one thing. Or like, even if they didn't think that that was exactly what it was going to look like, why not make it further into the future so at least you're not going to look wrong within, like, your own lifetime or something. But, oh well, 2060, right? Like, see, I could have understood if they made it 2060. 2067 says Koopa 67. Now we're talking. But okay, and I will cut the music here and turn on the game audio. Brace yourselves for this incredible soundtrack that's about to, come over your ears here. It's nothing! Let me just fix the mic cord here. Sorry if you've heard any kind of, like, weird sounds as a result of that. It should be fixed now. But yeah, just the same animation with the same sound effect over and over again on the title screen. Like, Capcom had some great NES games. We've also played some not so great ones. Strider was definitely released, like half finished, and I have no idea how that happened. But okay. A hint at certain beat 'em up that Capcom would make later in the 1980s Tuxedo Earth. Yeah, like, isn't that funny how it kind of crosses over with that? Apparently the story for this is really funky. My only experience with Street Fighter 2010 is watching the Angry Video Game Nerd episode of it like a million years ago. It probably came out in 2010. That would make a lot of sense. Like, I watched that when it came out, and I probably watched it once years ago since. So I've seen that video twice. That's my only experience with this game. I know it gets really tough apparently. But alright everyone, are you ready? The audio, tell me if you're hearing that title screen sound effect, should be good. Let me make sure everything else is looking good. Alright, Street Fighter 2010 begins now. Well, I pressed start while it was doing the funky animation, so it didn't count. Now! Alright, Street Fighter 2010, the final fight. You saw it on the title screen, and there it is again. A little background, not a big background, a little tiny background. Oh, we got Star Wars here. Ken had no interest in the frontier. Then his partner Troy was killed. Someone broke into their lab, stole their invention, and left Troy as a pile of jelly on the... That's like crazily descriptive for an NES game. It's been 25 years since Ken was king of the Street Fighter circuit, but that's nothing some good bionics can't fix. Fortunately, the killer's path is pretty easy to trace. Oh, that's great to hear. Every frontier world, he was driving a Tesla. We tracked that guy, no matter where he went. Visit became quickly infested with Troy and Ken's remarkable cyboplasm. In small doses, it can give people the extra strength they need to remain alive. In large doses, it comes alive and takes over the body and mind of its host, turning them into violent, mindless Supermen. Man, this is like the most biggest run-on sentence ever. In some cases, super aliens. Only the skills of a Street Fighter can pass the gauntlet. And hey, I didn't even have time to finish reading that. I didn't press anything. What about Raid 2020? Yes, I've beat that one. It's not great. Not to mention our main hero going around in a blue suit. Familiar much? Hey, I haven't been reading this. MX5, we have added a personal teleporter to your bionics. It requires a great deal of energy, so you will have to move in small jumps, destroy targets in each area, and collect their energy. When you have enough power, the interdimensional door will open automatically. All right. Hopefully, again, I didn't even press A, so it's like, if you don't read as fast as the game wants you to, you're toast. All right, Ken versus Walmart, everybody. Let's go. Fennec, little they said. We all need a little bit of that good old cyboplasm, right? So okay, so how does this work? So you move around, you jump. Well, he's just hanging on the walls, whether I want him to or not. B, get like a little bit of a blast. Is that a weapon? That just kind of like magically came out of the wall? Or can I like break these? He's very tanky. It's like, when you press B, he stops moving. It's not Mega Man where it's like run and shoot, man. It's, no, if you press B, his feet are cemented to the floor. So we got, not Demon Slayer. What's that game called? Gargoyle's Quest here. Red Baron or whatever his name is. I guess we're supposed to kill. And that was apparently me dying in the first level already. The controls, it's not Mega Man. And it's not Street Fighter. I don't know what the heck they thought they were doing when they made this game. But yeah. The timer. Oh yeah, that's right. We got a timer down there. Target versus Ken. Not to mention our main hero going around. Yeah, so exactly. Like, but that's the thing. It doesn't feel like Mega Man, unfortunately. So, so items come out of this. Does that increase like my range at all? Is that what's going on here? This weapon is really bad. And like, I guess again, that red guy is who I'm supposed to be going after. But there's some missile kind of going around the screen. It's coming out of nowhere. So where's my target here? Okay, there he is, just kind of hiding around up there. So with your really short range, you kind of just need to get him into a spot where I guess you can mash the B button a whole bunch. Okay, we're getting used to the controls. This is going to take us a minute here. So is the whole game just battling bosses, or are there like actual stages to go through? And there's also like a massive perspective issue here, because like 1 minute you're in front of this, but then the next minute you're grabbing onto it. And like it's very strange. It's going to take us a minute to get used to, but yeah, like maybe the trick is you want to get powered up before you actually take on the guy. So, okay, missile comes at you, but you can destroy it. So sometimes these things have something in it, sometimes they don't. If he wants to come over to like where it's easy for me to hit him, I won't complain. And he kind of goes off screen. Like I said, there's gonna be like a little bit of a learning curve here. Oh, so that one I can't walk in front of. But then sometimes you can. So you just kind of gotta pray that he ends up above you. And then you can like, oh, is that health? I will take some health. Yeah, just like let him. Okay, so then he does like a swoop attack. Fair enough. Nope. Pressing A, he jumped too high. But okay, that seems to be the trick, is like let him come to you, and then you can just stand underneath him and kind of blast away. So yeah, this is, I guess, kind of what we're doing tonight. Fighting the red demon here. They also kind of like the red demon from Ghosts and Goblins, which I guess is also what Firebrand or whatever his name is from Gargoyle's Quest. Okay, so it's just kind of first you gotta locate him, or maybe you just stand around until he eventually shows up. Look at that backflip he did, and then he just kind of grabs onto the wall, whether you want him to. Yes! Just right where I can just kind of blast away at you. Is ideal. So you kind of have to... Oh, okay, he's dead! I picked up something. Fade in. Okay, and then we're down here, into the portal. Alright! Does that count as a level, or like, I don't know. Now we got the purple man here. Okay, now we're even like in a smaller room. I have no clue what this game, like how it progresses or exactly what it wants out of you. It just looks like you're fighting a bunch of bosses, I guess. Only the skills of a Street Fighter can pass the gauntlet and destroy evil fiend responsible, and Ken will avenge his friend's death if it's the last thing he does. Alright everyone, you've heard it here. Looks like New York. Action in New York, everyone. Just thought. Finish. Oh, there you go. Was that what I missed, Tuxedo Worth? Well, thank you. Pokemon Yellow for the NES. I have not. Of course, I've played some classic. Okay, look at the lag. Why is the weapon so bad? Like, I understand Street Fighter. There's like the Hadouken and stuff, but you know, it's mostly like a you know, physical combat oriented thing. So is that why like they really want you to get up in the guy's face to do any damage? So he throws a thing, and he throws it up, and then he swings. Okay. Does the boss have a health bar? Okay, I was expecting him to, for some reason, like stop swinging when he hit where it was on the ceiling. So we're dead. We got game over. This is a good thing to find out early, though. You can continue. Will it take us to that fight or the previous one? Okay, so we just start right at the fight that we lost at. And then the other question is if the game has infinite continues or not. And Capcom's NES games are usually very nice for having infinite continues. Like, we've played a few, like I said, Strider, you know, Ghosts and Goblins, Little Nemo and all that. Capcom is not usually too punishing when it comes to game overs, unlike Konami, which is kind of like a toss-up. So if this game has infinite continues, I won't complain. Like, you have to get really up in his face to attack him, but then you have no time to react when he's, like, throwing that. See, like, I tried to jump out of the way, but you're so close that there's, like, no way. But you get so many lives and stuff, and again, if there's infinite continues, we're just gonna push on through, barring any electrical mishaps or game glitching. We're just gonna push forward and pray that we can eventually get to the end. So again, at the bottom right, it looks like there's a bar. Like, maybe we can get, you know, a better weapon at some point, power up our distance, but like, I don't think I even see anything in this room to get power-ups out of. I see a pinball machine in the background. It's kind of cool. Is that like a crowd back there, like cheering at our brawl that's going on? David Ray, getting off work? Hope you're having a great night. Thanks for stopping by. Little Samson, have I, no, I haven't played Little Samson either, no. I know that one's supposed to have like a Mega Man vibe to it. Okay. So, yeah, it seems just like every boss is just going to be, you know, kind of figuring out their pattern, which, you know, that's kind of how bosses work. Like, at what point, so, just let him swing, and then we'll shoot him. You know, bosses usually kind of have, like, something you can do, you know, to get their pattern to repeat, and it makes it easier. So maybe that's what we just need to figure out for each of these guys, or is brute force just like the way to go? Just like mash the B button! Mash the B button! Like, it seems like that's just the trick. Is like, there's no strategy. Just get up in their face and mash B. Don't think about dodging or anything else, just... I don't know what else to say. Okay, wait, what? What was the point of, like, the weird purple zone? I thought maybe we were finally getting, like, a side-scrolling level, and then suddenly it's like, okay, another portal. Is this actually, like, a level? Okay. So, again, there's these things that you can kind of break open. Okay, so holding down in B shoots up. So when you hold down and press B, it shoots up in, like, the direction that you're facing. At an angle. So here we actually do have a level. You can climb up walls, kind of Ninja Gaiden style. Doesn't even have to have, like, the handles on it. Can you blow up this thing? Okay. So it's so weird to suddenly go from, like, 2 fighting stages to now we're suddenly platforming all over the place. Hello, Walter! No, you're not late at all! We kind of just got going here. Oh, wow, it's doing the whole kind of, like, C thing. Okay, we're dead. We're dead! Oh, we're not dead! Okay, so what's with the power-ups? Like, I want to power up my weapon. I just did something. Is my weapon now, like, a little bit better? It goes, like, 1 foot further than it did before. And we're about to die and lose that, I guess. Like, I guess that's what happens. That's the one consequence of... What was that? I need to see the replay of that. That wasn't my fault, right? Like, I was just standing around... And then out of nowhere, I got hurt. What was that? Okay, well, we know what we're up against tonight. So, okay, so picking up that increased the weapon bar down there by like a half. Also, these things managed to end up in like the worst spot, where it's kind of hard to hit them. So yeah, again, so holding down while you're standing and pressing B shoots up. Hi, Flanagan57. Ruin! Everyone's stopping by tonight. Hope you are all doing very well. Okay, so this is where I was just kind of standing around minding my own business, wasn't it? No, it was after this sneaky section here. See, it doesn't help that there's like not a consistent height that your weapon shoots at either. Like sometimes it's higher than others. Oh, we missed it that time. It's a sad case of like the first time we got it, and then the second case we didn't. But okay, now let's see what happens. Do we still continue like right at the level we died at? Because I won't complain. Make sure we press start. Again, fingers freaking crossed that it's infinite continues. I think that's the same guy. People with more Street Fighter knowledge than me will need to confirm, you know, whether or not these are actually like established Street Fighter characters. I'm pretty sure they're not. I'm pretty sure that the relation this game has to... Okay, so yeah, picking up 2 weapon items is what you need to get actually like 1 weapon power up. But see how you're shooting forward and it's like they're at the perfect heights that you can't even hit them? This game is so weird. You believe they translated it in this way in the US? Like, yeah, I don't know anything about the Japanese version if it makes any more sense. If Street Fighter 6 is the final one in the series, then this game makes sense, says Tuxedo. It's just so strange that they thought this was like a needed addition to the NES library back in the day. Okay, that's like a big health pickup. I like that. So I can hold down and B to kind of take out that guy. So here, this is really fascinating. You know, we went from like a couple of just beat 'em up levels to what? That's a hole? I thought that was just like a space between the floor and the wall. I didn't think it was something I could actually fall on. Okay. I'll take the blame on that one, but it's because this game is so wonky graphically that I just didn't think that that was like depth. But like, as we've established, there's not really any punishment, it seems, for dying, except for the fact that we now need to stand through this side-scrolling stage again, which I suppose is, you know, punishment in itself. We've all seen enough of whatever this level is supposed to be. How do they decide what bosses get like an actual level, and then what bosses just get shoved into like, you know, the back room or whatever that thing was we fought the guy in the last part? Hopefully every boss can be beaten by just mashing the B button, and we're good. So, alright, let's keep powering up our weapons. So we want to get up around this corner as soon as possible. Like, should I even be fighting this guy? Like, it really just seems like I should iframe my way through that guy. Because it takes way too many hits. We have those guys kind of just going by. Alright, I think no, this is where I got killed. By just standing still and doing nothing. Yeah, okay, so you should just kind of run through there. Fair enough. Standing on top of the really narrow platforms here. We got a spooky guy hanging onto that wall. At least the climbing, you know, you kind of just jump at the wall and you latch onto it. Which can be like a bad thing if you're not trying to latch onto it, but otherwise, at least, you know, it's not like there's some really precise timing or something, you know, like Strider and the triangle jump, that never worked. But yeah, do you see what I mean about, like, his shot goes from, like, high to low. So you think that you're in the position to hit something, and then the shot that comes out isn't the one you want. Alright, this is a floor. Oh, I guess I'm just supposed to have, like, jumped through a window. Again, graphically, this game is very strange. I'm just mashing B. I'm just mashing B. You're dead. You're dead. Is he dead? Is he dead? I'm so confused if, like, that was him dying, or what that was. Okay, and then we need to get into this portal before time runs out. Okay, so the strategy for beating any boss in this game just seems to be to stand right beside them and press B. Like, what is this? Is this a boss? So this is just like a kill room, I guess? I really don't understand the progression in this game. You go from like 2 just normal fights to a side-scrolling level. Okay. Alright, and then I killed 5 lizard men, and apparently we beat that level. This has to be one of the weirdest games. It's just kind of whatever, like, it's like they had like 20 interns and they just asked them all to make a stage or something. And then they glued them together. Dinosaurs are so back, says Ruin. Hello, plus my gun. Despite what this version of the game says, this isn't connected to Street Fighter at all. The Japanese version, this protagonist is named Kevin Stracker. And is another character entirely. That's so strange. This is basic Western... Yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, regardless of who it's supposed to be. So we're still on Planet 1, interestingly enough. All these levels we've done. So I'm just going to mash the B button. Like, that seems to be the way to beat bosses. I mashed B. But where? But now it's like, okay. I was going to say... No, don't latch onto that wall. Jump off into here. Because I think you have a time limit to get into that. That's like that open thing at the bottom. Alright, now we're done Planet 1. Oh, I don't know what we just did, but apparently we did it. Who's there? How do you know my name? Well, apparently your name's Kevin and not Ken, so And we're being lied to here. That's not important. Why do you pursue me, Ken? You killed my best friend. Oh no. Okay, so I guess that's kind of like a hint there, that overworld shot of like, maybe there's like 6 planets or something we're gonna have to go through. So, all right, planet 2. Give it up for planet number 2. All right, we're in the spiky planet here. So we got the missiles coming at us again. We got the plants coming alive. Like, what a rigmarole just to get through one planet. And now this is feeling kind of like the first stage of planet 1. So is that the progression then? Like, every planet starts with like a fight in the big room like this, followed by a fight in the small room, followed by like a, what's it called, the side-scrolling stage? And where's the actual boss? Oh, is this the boss? No. Like, I see the missiles coming at me. There's a big health pickup, which I'll gladly take. There's a weapon power-up, which is good. Like, we haven't died in a while, so it's nice that our weapon's actually getting a little bit powered up. Also, you can't shoot down. Like, you jump up in the air, you think maybe you'd be able to shoot downwards, but you can't. I'm just not sure who I'm supposed to be killing here. Like, do I just need to blow up everything on the planet? Let's have a better look at the target picture, I guess. What's he look like? Oh, it's not going to show us again. If you see him, it's like, find Waldo, let me know. We are in Donkey Kong Country 2. Let's get some Bramble Blast playing here. Sticker Brush Symphony. Son of Johnny Cage. Okay. So that's as high as we can go. And I know it's probably going to get old, but like, see how you can throw the first one and it goes over top of the plant? And then, like, the second one hits it? Like, why? What's with this inconsistency in the height of your weapon? It adds nothing but frustration. Okay, so we're getting rid of stuff gradually. Like, I think maybe you just have to defeat all of these? Is that what's going on here? Because otherwise I don't see, like, an actual boss anywhere. We might as well power up our weapon a little bit, I guess, as well, while we're at it. So that's the strat. Now okay, we've done it. Whatever it is, we've done it. No, don't die. Thank you, thank you. And then it gives you like no hint whatsoever. So last time we were in the purple zone, I kind of just ran to the right. And then the portal appeared. So I guess that's just like the power-up zone or something. Okay, the big green scary plant guy is now our new target. And it looks a lot like the last room that we were in, but this time it's auto-scrolling. Okay. And I would have loved to have picked that up, but he managed to jump right over it. So we can... And it's like, you can't shoot upwards. And he wasn't grabbing, but then he did, I guess, just barely above the death barrier. You would think maybe you could shoot up while you're climbing, but you can't. And I was applauding the game earlier for how nicely it seemed like you grabbed onto walls, and then just like right there, he slid right down. So why doesn't he grab onto that as nicely as he's been grabbing onto other things? Do I need to press A? Okay, I guess you do. Even though there was other walls earlier where like I definitely didn't have to press A for him to grab on. Inconsistency is this game's is consistent in this game, it seems. High, low, A, no, yes, no. Who knows? But okay, we're gonna scroll with the flow here. So yeah, you know, the ones where you just fight a boss are kind of nice, but the levels where you have to go through a level and then fight the boss at the end, you know, that's a little more annoying because we don't know how far back we really have to go if we die. So yeah, like as I fall, I have to press A again to kind of, you know, re-latch on. Is this the boss? No, they're just like kind of generic enemies, it would seem. But okay. Just kind of climbing up the waterfall here. Okay. Consistently inconsistent. Never estimate this game. Exactly, Ruin. Wow, truly the time of all games. So, I guess our strat is just to not take too much damage and just, you know, get as high up there as we can. and also get as powered up as we can along the way. Like, dude, what do these guys do? That's a nice health pickup. Nice big orb there. Of course, we already had full. Like, those kind of chestnut looking things on the right might have had something good in them. I'd love to get to this wall here, and then like maybe I can attack these guys. Or if they just want to like despawn off screen, I won't complain with that either. So of course, in normal Capcom fashion, one thing that's not too bad about this game is the soundtrack. And again, I'm not sure what the strat is for attacking those guys, because it's not like there's really any room to dodge. And you'll get to kind of like a spot where it's safe to attack them. Kind of right on your tail the whole time. Okay, so we are climbing up through the caves here. Like, there's no enemies, and then all of a sudden there's probably gonna be like 20 just to kind of surprise you. I guess oh. I was hoping I could, you know, get off the vine, attack him, and then get back onto it. And then trying to get back onto it, I guess like a pixel of me maybe touched that guy. And then it boots you all the way back here. So yeah, lives are almost pointless. I mean, obviously, you know, I'm just glad we're not starting from the beginning every time. But it does seem like, oof. You know, there's no checkpoints in levels. It doesn't seem anyway. So it looked like that guy kind of dropped something, but then I tried to grab it. It didn't do all that much. Okay, that was great. They don't take too many hits, actually. Alright, let them fly away. Come back over here. Can't reach that guy. Yeah, just let them keep flying up, I guess. You know, if they're not gonna bother you too much, no reason to make things more difficult. I would love some items, though. I would love to get a little bit more powered up as we proceed on. But okay, we're getting the hang of it. Ruin. Okay, I should probably press start before it's too late. That happened to me. You know, it happens from time to time when you're playing a retro game. You get game over, and you don't press start right away. I was playing freaking clacks of all games. You know, it's 90s, and everyone's got time for clacks. Except me, apparently, because I got game over, and I was in, like, a pretty late stage. And I had one of those moments where I was like, oh, face palm. Like, oh, I can't believe I did that. And I looked away for a second, and I forgot that that game counts down from 10. Then you have to continue, otherwise it boots you back to the title screen. It's like arcade style. So it's like, you know, put your quarter in before it hits 0. And then I looked back to the screen, and it's just like, oh, why am I on the title screen? So never slack off when you're on the continue screen, because that you would think that's the minute where you can, like, you know, collect your thoughts and take a break for a second, but no. If you see the option to continue, press start right away. That's my PSA of the day. And I know there's other games too that I've sat on the continue screen. Thankfully, nothing like as disastrous. But if you don't press it soon enough, it kind of it assumes you've checked out or something. I don't know why he let go there. And I was doing well too. Look at all that health we had. Thankfully, it seems like, you know, the same kind of containers have items every time, so you can start learning where they are, and you'll gradually, you know, get better, because you know just ones that you have to go after. Everyone is here! Hi, joining me today, podcast. Thank you. Hope that you have been well. I guess that thing that comes out of them when you defeat them isn't an item. It's like, yeah, one of these has to have something good. Okay. So yeah, that's just the trick. When you have like more of a stage like this, you just want to try and get as many items as you can, while also staying alive, it would seem. So I think we've got the hang of that now. Okay. Very nice. Oh, you can stand on them? Oh, maybe that's what we're doing wrong, but it's okay. If they want to fly away, I'm not going to complain about that either. These purple bugs are really annoying, though. We have to kind of like flip back and forth. So if you don't kill them, it's like you're almost toast because they're just gonna impede your progress. The green flying Pokemon again? What is it, Flygon? Or is it kind of looks like that sunny one? What's it called? Sun, not Hoppip. The one that comes after it. But alright. So we missed a couple of items, which we'll make do. Let's just try and get to the end of the level. Here's my least favorite enemy. I don't take a health pickup though, thank you. Sunflower. Sunflower? I don't think its name is that. It's something along those lines. Here, can I stand on this guy? Okay, you can. That's not going to stop me from getting hit by the purple beetle guy, though. Oh, so you can't stand on them because then they kind of clasp up at you and hit you that way. Okay, I think we've put all the pieces together. Let's do a real serious run through this level now. Starting with this. That's one power up. Okay, so now there's no excuse not to have at least a slightly powered up weapon by this point. So these guys don't do anything other than stand there, which is nice to know. You know, otherwise, you know, as long as you're not on the same vine as they are. So you kind of just get up in their face, do something like that, do something like that. See, we're memorizing how it works. These guys, I feel like you just don't even want to interact with them because they only go up. They don't home in on you, so just kind of let them spawn, you know, despawn, and all is good. With the longer weapon, we can get rid of that guy. For these guys, I feel like lure them to the left. No, we should have lured them to the right. That was a mistake, so you know, we'll know for next time. But again, let them kind of fly away, and just like that, we still have full HP at this late in the level, which is really nice. Come on down. You can do it. No? We've taken one hit to this point, which is good. That's an improvement. Plus, we have a slightly better weapon than normal. And then the question just is, how long does this go on for? We have 80 seconds left, so sometime within the next 80 seconds, the level has to end. Okay, and then he goes down, but then eventually he does stop. Turn around again. Anything good at any of these? Ugh. That's what I get for trying to get powered up. But we've learned a lot, and again, I don't think we're gonna have too much trouble from here on out. So we'll grab this. I just don't understand. I told you I was gonna never stop complaining about it. The inconsistent height of the shots, why did they think they had to make it like that? In what world does that benefit anyone? Okay, I guess we're just going to give up on that one right now, but it's okay. We have a slightly powered up weapon, so things could be worse. We'll hide down here. Maybe, oh, Hoppip, I think. No, yeah, the sun, it's not Sunflora. Am I getting, it's the green one. The green one that Hoppip evolves into. Okay, well. And each hit takes off like a whole life ball down there, which is great. That one's in a really mean spot, because like you can't climb up to where it is and hit it. The gameplay is live, this is ruined. Skip Bloom, that sounds more familiar. That sounds a little more like what we're talking about here. It's Pokemon time, everyone. You didn't think there'd be Pokemon discussion during the Street Fighter 2010 stream. I mean, it has more to do with Pokemon than it does with Street Fighter, it would seem. Okay, no more fooling around here. So we got the purple dude. Get rid of him. This guy over here. Get rid of him. That would have been a nice health pickup, but... Okay. I don't think they climb back up, thankfully. Oh, you stand on top of the ones that you don't break. Weird. Please fly away some more. Okay. Yes, it benefits the NPC. I mean, yeah, definitely things seem to kind of be stacked in their favor, but I'm making some silly mistakes here. Like, I think we've probably got everything figured out that we need to have figured out. I just need to put together a good run, which is easier said than done. But, like, we understand the behaviors of the enemies. We understand where we should be and where we shouldn't be. Get rid of this guy. Okay. Let those guys fly away. Okay, we're good. We're good. And now we're going to go to the right. And we're going to lure the next ones that show up to the right again. Take out this guy. Yeah, you really want the longer shot. And I'm kind of like stunned because the guy was pushing me up into the screen, into the top of the screen there. Okay, very good. So the question is, I guess we probably do have to fight a boss after all this, unfortunately. All right, and then this is like the weird part of the level where there's no enemies for like 5 minutes. Just me and, you know, some items, which resulted in me getting crushed by the bottom of the screen last time. So let's hurry now that we know they're coming. Oh, no, there's still a purple guy. Okay, and then if we go in here... Okay, new territory, everyone! Is that the boss? Okay, maybe it is. So how do we just stand beside him and mash B like we love to do? Come on over here! Okay. Well, he's over there now, apparently. Like... You get a couple of hits on him, and then he, like, flies away? Yeah! Okay, where? Can I please make it over? Yes. And the fact that the level has to end with, like, an anxiety-inducing rush to the portal, otherwise you die. And I still don't get that kind of interlude there, but alright, good thing there isn't the time limit, says Fennec. Look at, what are we fighting now? What is that? The power bracelet? Hello, Loot, hope you're having a great night. Alright, finally we're done with that level. And you know, it doesn't even refill your health in between stages. What a mean freaking game. So, alright, we got a bunch of these things coming at us. I guess you just have to defeat as many as you can. It's like another, you know, kill room, and eventually a portal will open up somewhere, maybe? Hello, Ruin. Sonic 2 drowning music at the end of each level is your reward, and you will be grateful for it. That sounds about right. So we have, like, the kind of springy vines from Mario World. You know, those green things that you kind of bounce on? You know, we're in a sad day here when Mario World is taking inspiration from Street Fighter 2010. Actually, I think they came out the same year. This is a 1990 game, right? So it's kind of weird. But yeah, I think that's all we're doing in this room, is just killing these things that are flying at us. And of course, you gotta have these missile guys coming at you. And the floor constantly, like, giving way when you're just trying to attack. It's peak gaming we got going on here. Loot, right? Okay. So see, I'm just gonna stand here. Let the enemies come to me. So there you go. A big health pickup when you absolutely don't need it. What else could you possibly want from your video game? Oh, see how we kind of like hung on to the platform there? Was interesting. If anyone wants to drop some health now, I wouldn't complain. See how I looked up and it's like, ugh. Alright, everything come down to me here. I like how that was a half health pickup. Because, you know, that's helpful. I mean, I guess it is good for like one more hit. But, like, really? Half? Unlocking a... Oh boy. Like, I just don't want to move because every platform seems to either give away or it's like a bouncy platform. Like, this is like the most ridiculous fighting. See how this one's kind of disappearing? And then this one I think does the same. And, you know, considering that, you know, you're not exactly agile. You know, for all these bionic components or whatever he was supposed to be putting on to make him more competitive, could have put something on that made him move not like a tank. Okay, whatever that is, I want. It's not a life? I mean, actually, that doesn't really help at all. Also, I like how it despawned. Yeah, like, we don't really need extra lives, I guess. Continuing or whatever doesn't seem to be all that punishing. But, okay, let's do some... Okay, I can't go through that. I thought maybe just like on, you know, anything else you hang on to, you could swing to the other side, but no. That thing is just too chunky, I guess. And there's all of our lives down the drain. But we can continue. That was tense. Almost knocked your ketchup water over. Just kick the pumpkin. So how's everyone? Hope you're all having a good night, and thanks again for joining for some Street Fighter 2010. Not sure what everyone expected from this one. I'm not sure if this is what I expected or not. Like, I knew it was kind of a janky game. Again, as someone who watched the AVGN review, probably back in like 2010 when it came out. So I wasn't expecting a masterpiece here. But I'm not sure if this is what I was expecting or not. Again, like, you can't even go through that. So yeah, the name of this level is just kind of like run away. And then attack a little bit, and then run away again. Like, I don't want to go up here, because now I'm trapped in this, like, upper section with no way to get out of it. And then the springy thing sent me right up into that enemy's face. If it even has a face. Okay, again, the strat here is really just to kind of stand still and let everything come to you, so... Alright, so far so good, so far so good. Like now, so... Okay, grab onto the wall. So you can't jump down, like from where I'm standing right now. Like if I could just press down A to kind of change my elevation a little would be great. It doesn't work like that. Okay. It's not safe there. So you can kind of swing around the smaller one. You can just like stand there for a couple of seconds before the floor disappears again. Okay, I hear that there's like a victory fanfare, so I'm assuming the portal was about to open, but then we die. But we're getting there. One technique that must be mastered in this game, says Plasma Gun, is the backflip, because while you're doing one, enemies in project... What? So how do you do a backflip? I mean, I sometimes he does it. Although, I haven't really thought much about like how he's doing it or why. But that's great to know. Oh, look how that guy just latched onto that wall. But okay, so we know this is doable though. We have heard the end of the level fanfare. A little bit more range on the old weapon would be nice, but can't have it all, I guess. I did read the manual, as I normally do, before we started the game, and I didn't think it provided any real useful information. I could grab that back. What if I, like, disconnect the cord and we lose everything? I had it flattening beneath some books, because unfortunately it's a little bit wrinkled. Alright, A button, press once to jump. While Ken is in midair, press the second time to make him grasp a vertical surface. B, launch attack. Depending on whether you are standing, jumping, or pressing the control pad, pressing B button will make Ken punch or kick. These are his two primary modes of attack. Left and right on the control pad moves Ken left and right. Pressing down on the control pad while pressing A will make him jump down. There are a variety of martial arts moves available to Ken. To perform these, press the B button and the up, down, left, or right areas on the control pad. So like if I press like B and up, does something happen? No. I think it's like, it just means like you can shoot up and stuff, maybe? Something like that. But alright, this isn't too hard. We can figure this one out, I think. Jump and immediately steer the opposite direction the character is facing. Simple, really. Oh, okay. So as you just heard, I read the entirety of the game's, controls. And it didn't mention that, so thank you very much. Appreciate that tip. So you're invincible just by backflipping? Really? So clearly it's just like a secret trick put in there so that Nintendo Power could publish it later and get people to buy magazines. Or you had to subscribe to like whatever Capcom's newsletter was. Okay, now that we know that, let's try. Well, so far, I'm just playing horribly. We got 1 health. We got no health. What a room to like make you fight it. And I feel like if this game had good controls like Mega Man, we'd be laughing. But with Street Fighter 2010 tank controls, we're on a whole other level here. So yeah, the strat that it seems to work is like we just stand here and let everything come to us. Will it work this time? Well, so far it's working pretty well. By just a little more range. Okay. I can take 2 more hits. Go around the side. Oh, I shot down somehow? Oh, well, I was doing the backflip, maybe. Oh, okay. So, was it not a kill room? Was it just like an endurance test where you had to survive a certain length of time? And here comes the missiles again. Oh, so picking these up is what makes the portal open. I understand now. Okay. Now, I'm kind of scared that if I die here, I'll have to do it again. I jumped thinking I could shoot up while I was in the air. Meanwhile, I know I can't do that. Please let me continue at this room. Alright, so there was really no punishment whatsoever to dying. But okay, see, we are understanding ever so slowly how this game works. Just trying to practice the backflip for a second there, like that. Interesting. So now that the bar is full at the bottom... Okay. Getting the hang of it. Miles Luigi! Favorite matchup of Street Fighter is Target versus Ken, right? Okay, so we have the eyeball ceiling of doom here going on. Do I just need to like wait for it to make a platform high enough for me to hit him? Like, is that what we're waiting for here? Again, like the music. Maybe if I just jump like this? I can't tell if I'm like actually doing any damage to it or not. It seems like I am. And thankfully it doesn't seem like touching the like eyeball actually hurts you itself, which is nice. I'll take some health. Okay. We're getting there. Eyeball Man! Hi, Wyatt Bunny! There we go. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Hope you're all having an excellent night. So yeah, you kind of gotta let the platforms build up, it looks like. And then I guess he kind of changed his attack mode because we were getting enough hits on him. I need to not take so many hits from the weird missile guys. If they could drop some health, I wouldn't complain. Like that. Again, the half health, just for me to hit, take a hit from the dripping of doom. Capcom liked its dripping hazards. End of Mega Man 2, and now this. Wonderful. You IQ dripping exactly, right? The game is actually an NES homebrew from the future, says Wise Bunny. It definitely feels like that. We've had references to Raid 2020 as well, except that was a Color Dreams game, so it's not good. when your game gets compared to Color Dreams, but sometimes it happens. No, it's funny, you know, sometimes the licensed games can be worse than the Color Dreams or the Wisdom Tree ones or the Codemasters. Like, there's some great Codemasters NES games, even though they have the funky looking cartridges. Okay. So it looks like only one of these guys kind of comes at you at a time, which is good. We've got back to full health just for me to throw it away. I guess I was a little too close to him there. Okay. So yeah, I can just, like I said, I can't farm forever, because eventually you will run out of time. And when you're in the air, you can only shoot like once, it seems like, before you land. So it's not like you can jump and just mash B. Like, let's demonstrate. I'm gonna jump. And like, yeah, so like, even though I'm mashing, he throws one attack in the air, and you can't shoot again until you land. So you have to throw every single thing you think you know about, you know, platforming and action, you know, action platforming out the window when you play Street Fighter 2010. It's so absurd. I think what the trick probably is I should just kind of stand off to the right until the walls have been made. And then I can kind of come in here and get some attacks in and not have to worry so much about the dripping, maybe. Remember when the eyeball man was in Street Fighter 2? I hope weird eyeball thing comes back. Okay, press start before we make any mistakes on the continue screen there. I think this is the end of Planet 2. I wonder just how many planets there are. Again, it looked like maybe 5 or 6, so this might be like a third of the way through the game. Alright, we're hiding over here. And just kind of going with the flow. Let those pillars build up. Alright, health pickups when we don't even need it. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem like they ever drop weapon pickups, which would be really nice. I guess this is bad, like, time-wise. Oh! Is that a 1-up? I mean, I would actually much prefer weapon pickups because 1-ups don't really seem to matter all that much. Alright, let's defeat this guy. And now, if I can ever make my way over there, we should be able to deal some damage. So the backflip, if you are in the right spot when you press the B button, it will kind of let you shoot downwards. And we're kind of trying to fight the boss, while also dodging that guy. And it's just like instant, like you defeat one of them, the next one shows up. Okay, here he comes. So after we got him, yeah, then he starts kind of doing that. So you can't just, you know, hang out where you were, because now you have to worry about him swinging to and fro. If an enemy wants to drop like a nice health pickup, I won't complain. Is that health? Alright, we got 2. Unfortunately, that doesn't add any extra hits. Going from 1/2 to 2. Like, where do you stand? I guess on this one, right? Another thing worth noting is usually every destroyed 4th non-target will drop something, a weak heal. Ah, plus my gun. Okay, so every 4th one, so you can kind of farm. That's 1. How did we get that 1-up to drop that time? Okay, like yeah, that was kind of where we got the 1-up to drop before too. Maybe just like the rocks right here. I can't tell if it came out of the rock or if it came out of the enemy. It's kind of the funny thing. We're almost there though. I feel like we've just about got this figured out. Okay, taking a couple hits. Here's a half, which helps a little. So you got to attack and dodge. Evasive maneuvers. Just as important as the offense in this game. Okay. I'm just mashing Where? Of course, on like the opposite side I was looking. All right, everyone. And I guess, you know, cutscene, that must be the end of Planet 2. I'll take it. This game is janking, says Jess. Hope that doesn't mean lagging. Hopefully it's all looked and sounded good. Still pursue me, go home now. You don't, so you won't get hurt. I'll go home when you're brought to justice. Haha. Okay, I'll even help. Go to Planet San Andreas, and there is a flip shield capsule waiting for you. Perfect, let's go. So again, I guess that's like 5 worlds maybe it's trying to imply. Hey, this is the first guy we fought, isn't it? Did the producer's 5-year-old make this game score? Oh boy, okay. Well, again, so maybe we're almost halfway? What an odd game. Planet San Andreas, exactly. Miles Luigi, yes, exactly. But Chica, my thank you. Things have been well, and so far I think the game's been going pretty good. Hope everyone else is having a great night. The other thing worth noting, okay, yes, we saw that again. Thank you so much, Plasma Gun, for your tips. Have been much appreciated. Tips not mentioned by the instruction manual. So, kind of just jumping along the top of these blocks here. Like, am I supposed to go down? Maybe I need to defeat this guy before the real boss shows up? Can I go down? Okay, you can stand on the sandy floor. We got some wheel gator kind of jank floor going on here. So again, you know, we're actually refighting bosses now. This is the first boss all over again. And, you know, he kind of swoops down every once in a while. And then you gotta dodge him. Oh, yep, and there's even, like, the weapon pickups. Do they ever disappear is a good question. Oh, so it's not just one. Okay, getting the hang of it. So that thing that he dropped only gave us, like, 4 on the open meter. So I'm guessing that probably defeat those other 2. All right, I see. And really, it's just like a matter of you have to wait for him to spawn in. So I guess that's your chance to get some weapons. What does that one mean? We have an S now. Like, I don't even really remember there being a section here about the items. There's that section that like every old Capcom manual has where it just shows like some sketches of the enemy characters. Skimmer, Basher, Entroid, Death Eye. I guess that's probably who we just defeated. Playing the game. Power bar. 5 squares show the amount of power Ken has collected. The more power units that are collected, the greater the power Ken will wield. When the teleport beam arrives, that is the signal that you have successfully completed that area of the world. But I don't see anything about what S means. We're just going to assume it means like super or something. Make your backflip hurt enemies. Oh, plus, it's like, that would be great to have written in the instruction manual somewhere. Seymour Skinner says, why it's funny. Seymour! You feed them your steamed hams. That's what it stands for. So I can backflip into them then? Like that. Still kind of have to get into the right position. And the problem is I'm playing like terrible. But now I'm more concerned about the backflip than anything. And he was like just too low for me to hit him. You think this game is really that bad, Jess? Bad's not the right word. It's like, I guess they thought there couldn't be a fighting game on the NES, so like they hacked this together. Even though there were games like Joy Mech Fight, but you know, like that was even later than this. What was Joy Mech Fight, like 93? But yeah, the NES doesn't really have much of a fighting game library, so I guess this was the idea they came up with. So yeah, I want to see about this backflip hurting enemies. But okay. Still kind of practicing the backflip down. Seems like we should probably just, you know, stick to our old strats, but good to know. Alright, good to know. Famicom had a Dragon Ball Z game. The Famicom had like 9 Dragon Ball Z games. We got Dragon Power though. Localized as Dragon Power. In French was the only region where it was actually localized as Dragon Ball. Like, strangely, I guess France had the Dragon Ball anime before anyone else. Very strange. Okay, so that's a little bit of a weapon power-up, which is nice. So, yeah, stop somewhere where I can actually hit you. Like that! No, you can't hurt him when he's coming at you like that, but I can hit him there. I can grab that. Man, those guys jumping out of the sand are annoying. They just don't give you a break. Urban Champion, of course. Which celebrated its 41st, really, of all days. Yes, Urban Champion. Absolute classic right there. So let's do this. Okay, so a little bit of a powered up weapon is nice, but you don't want to, destroy too many of these, because then you don't have anywhere to stand. Is this like the one place you're safe from that guy? It kind of seems like it. But okay. Here he is. So let him do his kind of swoop thing. Let him do it again. You just have to kind of pray that he stops somewhere where you can actually hit him. Which, like, 95% of the time doesn't seem to be the case. Or, like, it's just below the height of your weapon, which is hilarious. Not playing up to standard here. Alright, can we do this with 1 health? I'm more worried about the freaking guy coming out of the sand than I was the bosses. But that was actually a pretty good attempt, because we did end up defeating 2 out of 3 of them. Okay, continue. Curiously, this is one of the only Street Fighter games to not be on modern platforms. Man, everyone is missing out, I can tell you that. Alright, so here we go. The first, like, 30 seconds of the battle are just beefing yourself up. One thing I'm, like, whenever I get down on the ground, I'm always afraid I'm gonna, like, sink into it. But no, it doesn't seem like that happens. The only reason you don't really want to be on the ground is because of those guys. This wall is really, like, deceiving, because you can grab onto it like that. So I think maybe the wall is the trick here. Just kind of hanging on to this is really nice. You can kind of just move up and down really easily. You know, if I played better, it would help. But, like, yeah, no problem. Let them do their thing. Again, that guy coming out of the sand is more annoying than, like, anything. Come on, stay on the right. Okay, okay. That will work. I just need to play better. Tomorrow marks the 30th anniversary of the PlayStation port of Doom. Oh my gosh. All these anniversaries. It doesn't feel like it's been, should be that long, but there you go. And again, thanks everyone for watching tonight. Hope my poor playing here is not messing things up too bad. We're gonna get this though. I think we're on the home stretch for this guy. And then yeah, it's like a matter of just how much more there is. It looks like probably 5 planets, but you never know. So let him do his thing. Then he's gonna stay on like the right, and then, or on the left rather. Ugh. Yeah, it's easy when there's just one, but then the 2 show up. One health, of course. That guy just comes out of nowhere and bites ya. That's a pretty good strategy, says Jess. Thank you, thank you. Well, it should work. It just needs a little bit of refinement, I guess. Am I not close enough to hit that? Like, if I defeat this guy, like, I'm assuming that they just keep respawning. Like, this sand jumping guy is far more annoying than the boss in this room, hilariously. So we'll just hang onto the wall. And he should show up, like, right around there. To the side. It's always great when he's like above the screen where you can't even see him. Wow, I didn't take any hits there. Oh. Okay. Where's the guy? Where's the guy out of the... No! Stupid sand muncher guy! There's a big health orb. Is it gone? Did it like fall into oblivion? Dang it. No. Darn it! Boss is supposed to be like a scorpion demon. Something like that. Again, I think that the sand munching guy is meaner than the actual boss. But okay, let's put our serious cap on here. And I can feel like this is going to be the winning run here. Because yeah, it's just the unpredictability of where that guy's going to come out and mess everything up for you. Wonderful. Okay. Something like that. And then if you miss that first shot once you're in the air, you're done because you can't shoot again. This is the run, says Fennec. We'll pretend that didn't just happen. It's funny how specifically chose to remake Urban Champion for the 3DS. 3DS had a lot of interesting stuff on there. Okay, we've gotten powered up. Maybe I should be focusing more on like what's in some of these other ones. Does the powered up weapon just increase distance? I guess, yeah, part of my problem is probably that I should get down on the ground more and not focus so much on the floating blocks, because when I'm when I'm trying to think of staying on top of those, that's what kind of messes me up. But if I get down here, I actually have a lot more room to kind of maneuver, since it's not like you sink if you stand still too long, which is kind of what sand in video games makes me think. It's like you don't want to stand on that too much. Darn Mario for implementing bad habits in my mind here. Okay, this might be the trick. The wall trick was good. Okay. So yeah, here I was making things more difficult on myself, I guess, by playing musical blocks. Finally take a hit, and of course it's that guy. Of course. One more. And now where? Finally. All right, back into the spinach zone here. Power-ups only increase range. All right, excellent. Thank you for letting me know. You don't know what I'm talking about? Neither do I. Okay. Here we are in the desert. So here's like an actual stage. Not even side-scrolling. It's just like, alright, now you're playing like Strider X Mega Man here. Enjoy. Just want to like glitch over the wall. At least there's a time limit. If we manage to glitch ourselves into a wall, at least we can just wait for the time to run out, theoretically. They should have made a 4DS. Okay. So we don't have any extra lives. Thankfully, the continues seem to just keep flowing, so it seems like they're probably infinite. Target human-shaped. It's like some werewolf man. But okay. Like, what is that? Okay, so that's an enemy. That's also an enemy. Let them kind of fly off the edge. So in these kind of stages, where then you fight a boss at the end, we've never died at the actual boss. So I'm curious if, there are checkpoints, although this game gives me the impression that you probably also, you know, you always have to replay the stage even if you get to the boss and die. You know, Mega Man lets you revive from the door before the boss. Oh, you can hang on to the... I was sure that these kind of sand falls were in the background, but apparently you can hang on to that. How that's even possible, I don't know. But this is the year 2010, so I guess anything is possible if you put your mind to it. But okay. Just kind of going through the old zigzag pattern here. This gives me the impression of like this was supposed to be auto-scrolling, because otherwise, what's the point of making this so weird and zigzaggy? Unless you have to rush. But hey, I won't complain. Again, the fact that you can't shoot up and jump, but you can do that backflip thing. But you can only shoot down when you're backflipping from the looks of it. Funniest thing. Oh, here's the boss! Okay, this is like actually the shortest level in the game. So we have, you know, fire coming up from the floor, which is pretty great. I kind of feel like standing still and letting him come above me here makes the most sense. So I don't see why I would do anything else. He's not really attacking me. I don't know if we just like found the safe spot or if we somehow, you know, got him into a good pattern unintentionally, but I won't complain. No complaints. Oh, kill room. Oh, apparently not. How do you... Oh, do you have to stand on them? The backflip's not enough. Okay. Anything is possible 15 years ago, Wise Bunny. Exactly. Alright, Octoroks, everyone. Let's go. Oh, back to our favorite room. But we understand how it works now, so... And the power-ups even appear to be in the same spot. And again, I can't get over that it doesn't fill your health between stages. Like, it could at least do that. It's not like health pickups are all over the place, and there's no E-tanks or anything. So I'm not sure why they just think you're gonna have so much health. Okay, so it's like some sand monster coming out of the ground down there. Okay. Again, we're used to this room, so I'm not too worried about this. It's just a matter of... And also, that darn fish thing doesn't seem to be in this room anymore. So, you know, all pluses, if you ask me. I'm not sure what's with the flying sandworm, though. Like, do I have to kill him? Like, okay, so now that I've defeated him, then he spawns another one. So it's almost like maybe you don't want to defeat him. Just kind of let him do his thing. Maybe get him down to, like, his smallest size. And then just kind of let him roam. Is that the boss doesn't seem to have any other attacks. Other than spawning Mr. Sandman up there. So okay, now it's just a game of avoiding Phantom. And like, I wish I could deal more health. Or more damage, but the game doesn't seem to want to let you. Didn't like that last message, plus my gun, but... Looks good to me. Yeah, like exactly. Like the fact that in the air you're only able to shoot left or right once. I'm not sure what they thought they were, you know, accomplishing when they designed it like that, but... I forgot to get the better range back. It just kind of seems kind of like a mandatory every time you spawn. That's a thing you're gonna want to do. Okay, so we've got that guy down to his smallest size. We grab the power up, and now we dodge. Not doing a very good job. Oops. I had planned to land on the blocks, but then I accidentally blew them up. Exactly, plus my gun, yes. And I still gotta get better at the backflip. Although I think I'm getting there. Did a couple of them there, pretty consistently. Like, I feel like you probably have to hit the head for it to count. So, just mashing B doesn't seem like it's probably all that helpful with this boss. Maybe a down B works pretty well. If you're kind of in front of him. The upwards kick. Might not have been close enough there. But okay. Kinda got the pattern down. There, I tried to do it. But it didn't activate for whatever reason. No, I gotta be even closer. Or maybe there was a sound effect indicating that I got the hit in? I don't know. I don't trust that positioning of the sandworm guy. Okay, I heard that. It's weird because to do the side flip, you have to already be like slightly in the air and then press the other direction. Where, you know, Mario 64 would teach you that you have to press the direction before you press the A button. So it's a little bit to wrap your head around. Oh, time is running out. I was like, oh, that means that we can find the portal, right? Okay, so I'm taking way too long. Is the message here. Yay, we beat it! I shouldn't have panicked, because the time limit might have stopped going down when the portal opened. But I can't. We understand what to do. We understand. What's that say? Which you can only... Yes. But okay, I think we're on the right track here. So yeah, if the time limit goes down when the portal opens, that's actually good to know. But I shouldn't have given up on it then, I guess. But yeah, the trick, like mastering the backflip is definitely like the key move to being good at this game, it would seem. I say as I now fail spectacularly at them, although I gotta get this guy down to size again. It's part of my problem. Well, I didn't mean to actually kill him. Because then he makes an even bigger one. Okay. Should be good now. Try to do the backflip. Taking too long, says Wyatt Buddy. I know, I'm trying. I really am. Oh. Okay. Things get serious when the continue screen comes up. We don't want to replay anything that we don't have to. Do you think this is the last guy of Chapter 3 here? Doesn't seem like a big enough deal, really, to be the big honcho. Let's get our powered up weapon back. Take a few segments of the worm guy away. Okay, and now we should be good. Get some hits in on the boss. But yeah, you know, not much time. For sure. You could see again right there where I tried to do, you know, Mario-styled backflip. Gotta get that out of my mind. Darn Mario 64 giving me bad habits. Oh, looking the wrong way. Perfect. I'm like held down B there. It might be because of like the weird floor that he's not kicking. Maybe I shouldn't be doing the kick. Maybe I should just do like a normal shot. Okay. You can like do consecutive ones, which is really nice. There we go. Now we just gotta avoid this guy. And there! That was not too bad whatsoever. And then we're in the purple zone again. Oh! And maybe like the final guy follows this? There seems to have been a pattern to this point. Of like how the worlds progress. And this is... I'm not gonna complain how easy this is. Now it's just a matter of getting to the portal. Sure, if they all want to spawn right in front of me so I can just mash B, I'll consider that a plus. If you didn't get hit, you would have made it because no matter what, your previous time shows the exit portal always resets it. Okay, that is great to know. Plus my gun, thank you. So see, learning all the things we need to know here. And of course, our health from the previous fight carried over, so we instantly died. And see, here's that quicksand I was talking about that you kind of like melt down into. What's the trick here? Like, this is the target, right? So is my goal just to defeat this guy? Okay, no, we need to defeat several of this guy. So the trick seems to be to kind of like get below him, and then you can just hold up and B and get him that way. Oh boy, my favorite skeleton fish guy. Welcome. Okay. I definitely think we have the right strat. One more, maybe? Is that an item thing? Oh, it is too. Ugh. But okay, now that we know what we're doing. But yeah, it feels like we're probably getting closer to the end of Planet 3. And then like maybe 2 more to go? Oh, should have done a... Can I do like the side flip even in the sand here? Yes, we can. Good to know. And again, I can probably also get more powered up. Thanks to like these. I should take advantage of that. Interesting, like once you've sunk down a certain like distance, you can't get back up. So it's basically just like the floor is lowering, and not so much like a sand, quicksand effect. Okay, we need to try this probably one more time. I'm not going to give up on this run, but I'm not super happy with how it's going so far. And we got one more guy to go. It gets like super narrow here. If I just wait, will he come to us? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Now, oh wait, there's more than like required? Okay, yes. That's why you don't give up on the run. All right, spooky swamp creature guy, coming on up. Man, the hitboxes, says Jess. Yeah, I can... They haven't felt particularly fantastic. Okay, and of course, because you carry over the health, it's kind of like mandatory that you just die, get it over with, and then get your health bar back. And I see these boxes here, which may or may not have stuff we want in them. Doesn't seem like either of those did. If I can get rid of you. So what's going on here? So he kind of does like a tornado attack. And then he just like spins from one side to the other? Is that it? Seems simple. I just need to kind of get the timing right. Like, you know, I reach the bottom like the second that he becomes vulnerable, and then I can, you know, shoot him, right? I'm just kind of confused. Because, like, you know, I can't go down any faster from the quicksand, so jumping always kind of puts you in the state, and this is going to be good. Mash the B button! Our favorite trick. Oh, he's shooting up now, not just to the side, which is actually kind of good. Like, let him shoot where it thinks I am, and then as I sink down, I can get myself into a position to hit him, maybe? Like, shoot up. But see, like, by the time I get to the bottom... Okay, so actually that's the trick, is just to kind of, like, get to the bottom, hit him a couple times while he's vulnerable, and then get out of the way. It's like moon physics, but, like, it's quicksand physics. It's really weird. 30 seconds. Ugh. The timing is just so weird. Okay, this should be a good one. Maybe not. Nope, wasn't far enough. Nope. So maybe, you know, I just need to jump once. Okay. Whatever happens, we will have learned our lesson for the next time, I guess. Doesn't help that your weapon doesn't go, like, anywhere. No, we're dead. But okay. Feeling cramped anyway? Backflip, yes, for sure. Oh, time over. Okay, well, that's great and all. It was making a really big deal out of it. I was afraid it was like a case of time over is worse than just dying, and it was gonna, like, boot us back to the beginning. Alright, we've already taken like 40 hits, which is great and all. Okay, okay. Like, this isn't hard. It's just a little strict. And with a couple more hit pieces, we could have tanked a little more. But I guess that's not happening now. Yeah, so like something like that. So you don't want to jump more than once. Do these boxes have anything in them? What hurt me? What the heck just hurt me? Okay, so something like that. Weird. Not close enough. Okay, I understand now. So you shoot them, you run, and then you jump, and then you sink, and then you shoot, and then you run, and then you jump, and then you sink. Okay, I've got the pattern. Got it now. Okay, very good. No, it's like way up there. All right. Yes. Okay, another riveting cutscene for you all. What's wrong with me? Every time I get hurt, it feels like something is crawling around. Okay, well, that's not so good. All right, looks like maybe 4 out of 5 we got going on here. World 4, everyone. Versus the Red Lizard Man. Oh, back in Plant Town. So we're seeing some similar themes and similar enemies. So the game does repeat a little. Not that I'm really complaining. Earth, wind, fire, and here comes water. Ah, I see. Sneaky, sneaky. Okay, so looks like we've got these guys who we need to beat up on. We actually got our health back, everyone. So between worlds, it actually fills your health. Can we climb out of the water? Yes, we can. Funny how out of the water looks more watery than like in the water. Oh, maybe this planet has like water on the ceiling? It's some like crazy backwards planet. Okay, so what am I doing here? These guys kind of frump around. If I just mash B like we're known to do, it seems to work pretty well. You know, this probably won't be the run, but with our newfound knowledge, I don't think he even touched me yet. Make sure we continue. Okay, it replays the cutscene. Fair enough. Alright. Yeah, so this shouldn't be too bad. What power-ups are lying around that we might like? Out of all those blocks, just one. Wait, so let them come down to us. Actually, this sounds like a really good strat. These guys kind of like act like a platform. I guess they're also kind of hazardous, so let them come up here. Or maybe I could just jump down like this. Aha! Okay. Okay. That was surprisingly easy. Question is where? Where? Oh! Okay. It's like, why? Why does it have to end the levels like that? But it went well, so I won't complain too much. Okay, in the spooky pink zone, now we have totem poles, apparently, from Banjo-Kazooie. Don't forget to get the empty honeycomb on top before you get rid of them. And there we go, 2 levels down, like it was nothing. Alright, once again, the background is scrolling, so yeah, I assume this was probably going to be an auto-scrolling level. Or is it an auto-scrolling level, or is it just like it's moving up and down? But no, now it seems more auto-scrolling. Hey, I beat you up already. He respawned. Okay, so enemies apparently don't stay dead on... like, is this like some like living landmass or something? Another favorite song right here, Plus Me Gun. I will zip my lips for a second so that we can enjoy some of what Capcom has to offer here. You can't duck. That's one thing I should also mention. There's like no ducking in this game. I feel like that would be very helpful. Oh, that's right. You can't stand there. Also, it's like as high as you can jump. Oh, that's a ceiling! I thought it was like mountains in the background. It's a rocky ceiling. My apologies. for not interpreting what the blue was. Overall, this game I've had a bit of trouble with the graphics, like what exactly it's trying to convey sometimes. Strange graphical decisions with this one. So what am I doing here? Like, am I just waiting it out, I guess? It's a moldy ship underwater. Hi, Carbon Spire! Hope you're having a great night. Thanks for stopping by as I think we're making some good progress through Street Fighter 2025 here. Doing our best anyway. But yeah, like, you defeat these guys and they come back anyway, so it's like, what's the point? Like, this seems like kind of a safe spot, as long as I keep beating up this one. Like, the question, like, then nothing is dropping any of the items that eventually open up the portal. So, like, I'm not convinced it matters how many dudes I beat. It just kind of feels like I should stand here and wait it out. And now it's like scrolling a little bit more. What a pain though that those guys keep respawning. Yeah, so okay, so it's just a waiting game. And getting powered up is fairly easy, which is nice. So I guess I need to go to the right and not get crushed? Or not? Like, I'm confused why it keeps going back to the left. Keep on skinning fish for health. Yeah. Definitely noticed that they were dropping some health pickups there. Like, it feels safer on this side. Question is, do I want to go now? Okay. I should probably, I guess, bring it something like here. Oh, there's a life. In any other video game, the 1-up would be like such a precious prize. And in this game, it's like, I don't even care. Doesn't matter in the slightest. Like, there's no score or anything. So there's like no incentive to like not game over. From what I see, I mean, there's the incentive to not die is that you lose your power-ups. But like, game overing doesn't seem to matter at all. Okay, so this guy's kind of doing his Drill Man impression. Capcom ripping off Capcom. Name a better duo. But like, he's not doing anything that's like particularly outrageous, which is nice. It's not like Bubble Man or something. They didn't put spikes on the ceiling, so I can appreciate that. Okay. Waterworld, going better than the movie at this point. Oh! We're back to the... Okay, so yeah, this guy was like so easy last time we fought him. So, it's all about like where the fire pops up. And just making sure you're not standing where the fire is. And like last time we were so lucky, like we didn't even have to move. And the fire just never hit us. And we had a little bit of luck this time too. Okay. Alright. Who's the target now? Oh, the big brain thing, I guess. Okay, well we have 1 health, so unless... I'm not feeling too confident about this one. We're kind of already trapped in the corner. Okay. Let's get another shot at this guy. So there was a power-up in here, which I'll take. We can find like 1... Oh! Okay, so thing comes out of the ice and pulls us under! So do I need to get back out? Here comes the Drill Man again. So what do you think? What does this mean? So this is like the penalty zone? So do I have to defeat him, or should I just like try and find a way to escape? Yes! Okay. But why did I get pulled under is the real question. Like, is there any way to know where that guy's gonna jump out and try and grab at you? Like, is it predetermined? Because it seems like he's kind of doing the same spots he did last time. It does seem kind of pre-planned. So now that you know, you can avoid it. But okie dokie. Fair enough, so... Yeah, see, like, he's coming out of the same spot again. I would love, like, a little more range. And again, like, there's no reason that it looks like what I'm grabbing onto right now should be in the foreground. So it's just a little confusing. Should have done a backflip there. Actually, he's probably going to come out right there next time, isn't he? Oh, you can fall in even when, like... Okay, that's kind of obvious, but we got back out easily enough. Down to 1 health, so it's probably not going to go so swimmingly here. Oh. The first anti-soft lock, says Carbon Spire. Okay, let's make sure we continue. And it's one of those situations, too, where, like, you don't know if pressing down is enough for it to change the cursor on the game over screen, or if you have to press select. Because if it's just down, like, that could happen so accidentally. You can tell I have you know, game over screen PTSD. Okay, just get the power up and then, like, get out of where that guy's about to come up. Okay. So the question is, like, where's the best place to stand to try and get hits in on this guy? It doesn't help that the screen is lagging really bad. I was standing in between the holes, but something tells me that the game just interpreted it as like one big hole. The classic, mash that B button. Like, I can't tell if I'm doing damage or not. Okay. The lagging doesn't help. You just gotta predict it, says Jess. I think that was a good run. Like, I feel like we probably got some good hits in there. Like, he seems to flicker a little bit. Nope. When you're getting the hits in on him. But... Okay. We're getting there. What was the glowing nugget, said Carbon Spire? You may be referring to a health pickup, like a little tiny one, is only worth half of a bar of health. And the big ones, I don't think I've ever looked down at the bottom after picking one up. So I can't always see, like, there's a little half thing there. See, I can't tell you exactly how much the big ones are worth. Probably like 2 or something. I can't believe that this is solid. It looks like it's in the background. So is there any reason to come down here? Like, yeah, it just seems to, you know, be all punishment. But okay. The only... Oh, and it starts you down here if you die down here? What? That's garbage. But okay, it's thankfully not hard to get back out. See, I just wish I could platform without constantly grabbing onto that freaking wall that doesn't even look like it's in the background, or in the foreground. I'm just mashing B. That's always... It's never failed us before, mashing the B button. No! Well, nothing I can do about that. I'll go over here. Like, it seems probably pretty repeatable, this boss. Like, just once you get the pattern down, there's not much to it. Like, where you go? Okay. That's... Alright, we did it. Apparently. Because of that... Oh! Wait, was that the end of the water world? Does it hurt Ken? Here, I was looking over at the thing thinking we still had like a million more levels to go. We don't know what's happening to you yet. Join me and I will relieve your pain. Alright, spooky space station time, everyone. Alright, once again, that guy, the power bracelet. To the metal planet, then. It's my favorite element. Air, earth, water, fire, and metal. But what was this long comment? Because of that and the power-ups on the upper left respawn, you can power farm here. Grab the power-ups drop down. Yes, it did look like that was possible. The big orb is worth 2 full. So are you saying like I should have powered up like... Yeah. I feel like the problem I feel with powering up in this game though is like if you die, you lose everything. I don't trust myself to not die. Especially with how, mean it can be with giving you health pickups. Not even refilling it between stages, with the exception of Between the Worlds. It's just like an eyeball I can shoot. Again, like you don't know ever what's in the background and what's in the foreground. Okay, so that guy dropped a teleport thing. So we're just defeating the power bracelets. And did the worm drop one too? I should be doing the special jump. Like that. Oh, then he grabbed the freaking ball. Okay, that was a poor playing, but I got it this time. Is that a continue? We got a 0, right? Yes, we do. So where are my enemies here? So this guy, we found out the strat just to let him come down at, yeah? No, he just drops health, which I'll take. Thank you. So maybe, again, it's a case of I shouldn't kill that guy completely because it makes another one respawn. Finding some power-ups in this room would probably also be nice. Go. And once again, it's just a game of dodging Phanto. Well, you can kind of stand on top of that. Again, I have no idea what's solid and what's not in this game. That was really good until I got a little bit jammed in the corner. But this should do it. Oh, okay, start. We do not want to do all this again. It hasn't been that bad. Like, this has not been a bad game by any means. It's been a weird game. Weird is definitely the word to describe Street Fighter 2010. And like if something happens, I don't even want to say it, and I had to redo it all, like it would probably be even easier because, now that we know the strats and stuff. Would I pick this game off the shelf above other ones? Probably not. But like it's not bad once you understand the controls. And playing like not garbage also helps. Where? There. Very convenient. Okay, and it's the pink zone again. So is this the last world? Like, could we actually be getting pretty close to the end here? Why that time does like just killing one of them give you enough for the teleporter? What is even the point then? Question mark, everyone! Who's it gonna be? Ken's twin brother, Ben? Could it be? Okay, it's the spooky side-scrolling zone. Good music. Again, I don't know what's solid there and what's not. Another banger in this level, yes. Definitely noticing that. Over 10 times plus, we got nice. I don't even know what hurt me there. Like, I see the appeal. Like I said, it's not bad by any means. So what? Like, this is a solid wall. Do I need to like go down to the narrower poles down there and do some like tricky jumps? Looks like kind of what might be required. Like, this is what I like. I like the stages like this one. Yes. I guess I should have just kept climbing straight up from there, but I thought maybe I could do a jump. But he phased right through it. So, yeah, a little bit of a power-up is nice. We're very accustomed to having, like, the one power-up. We don't usually get much higher than that. There's some enemies from, like, way earlier on in the playthrough. Coming back for a visit. This part I'm not too worried about. Seems simple enough. I would like some of these power-ups, but like the platforming is going well, so I won't complain. Is this a pole I can stand on? Like, what does it want with these guys? Could I have like dropped down and hung on? So we got platforms coming at us. Like, is there a big hole beneath us? No, that's floor. But now maybe there's no floor here. Oh, this is that. I always forget you can stand on these. And we beat the level apparently. Like, and then another part of this game is just like things happen, and there doesn't always seem to be a rhyme or reason why, which is just, you know, adds to the strangeness. All right, question mark again. I mean, I guess there wasn't even a boss in that last level. So question mark just seems to mean no boss, apparently. Oh, okay. Okay, oh, this guy again. But this time there's no, like, evil ocean worm, so... What's inside of these? Wow, we have a level 3 weapon, everyone. Don't get used to it. Alright. The final level! And what... Oh, no! So, okay, I think we all remember the AVGN episode, then. Where apparently this level is, like... really long, and we get 200 seconds for it. Okay. And I'm assuming probably like no health pickup, since that seems to be this game's MO. This guy never seems to come like right to the bottom. So just standing at the bottom you're okay as long as you don't get hit by the projectiles. Okay, well that time I guess that wasn't so true. Okay, so we need to figure out a strategy for this guy. And I'm assuming we're probably already taking like way too long, but this is going to be a bit of a process. Don't expect like a first run victory here. He takes a lot of hits. Okay, okay. Make sure we continue. And hopefully we can continue right from this level. Which I don't see why we wouldn't be able to, but like, alright, just in case. Sometimes you'll get games where it's like, oh, sorry, can't continue from the last level. You can continue as much as you wanted until now, but the last level? Nah, you gotta replay the whole game now. So, step 1 should probably be the power-up. Because there doesn't seem to be any reason not to. And I've taken way too many hits, but again, we're just kinda gonna have to get the strats down. So he seems to move in like a circular motion, so we'll try and use that to our advantage to figure out where we should stand. And even though it doesn't look like there's a ceiling, like you can't jump, and you know, like you hit the ceiling when you jump. Which makes like this room is very cramped. But that's right, I should be using the side flip. Yes, we had a little bit there where we didn't really need it in the you know, the last world, but now I need to get accustomed to using it again. That's the trick. Yeah, the side flip is really like the most essential thing. If you don't understand how to use it, then you're really toast. Well, a little bit of health. Okay, okay. This is clearly like the last level of Mega Man platform. Returning bosses and a final boss. Okay. I think that Dragon Slayer Legend of Heroes 1 and 2 for the PC Engine have like a couple of the best soundtracks ever. in video game history. They are so good, and they're those two that like I always go back to. The music at the start of the stream was from Legend of Heroes Dragon Slayer 2. It's always good for a good time. Okay, so let's get our thinking cap on here. I hate that I can't just reach that. That's the thing about this game, is it's like always puts things just out of reach. So let's try this again from the top. Let's properly use our side flip. Like, just trying to get a few hits on him. And, you know, you can't move while you're shooting. So it, like, gives him the perfect opportunity to hit you. Maybe I should get the top right one first. I seem to have more trouble with that one. Not happening. I just wish that the ceiling was open. It would make the room feel so much less cramped. And like the fact that you can only shoot once when you're in the air essentially means that you have to, you know, shoot while standing and pressing up. Otherwise, there's like no way you can get enough hits in fast enough. What is the open gauge? So that activates at the end of the level. And you have to get into the teleporter before it runs out. And in some levels, you have to like kind of build it up by gradually defeating enemies. And maybe that will happen if we can actually defeat this guy. This isn't boding well at the first boss of the level. It's kicking my butt a little bit. Okay, but I'm kind of getting it figured out, I think. There's an extra life. Not that it might help all that much. Ugh. Like, again, I know that you have like such a time crunch in this level. I'm assuming I'm probably already wasting like way too much time. Like, you know, we have to come back to our strat of just mashing B, but then that makes you really vulnerable. And I know we're gonna need health for later. I can't believe how much health they have. A boss health bar would make this game so much you know, nicer. Mega Man X for Split Mushroom Stage. The very best, yeah. Mega Man X games, you can't go wrong for having some awesome music. Okay. The fact that you can't get hurt while you're backflipping is so nice. Although that's already 3 health gone off of us, unfortunately, not the boss. Gotta shoot the projectiles like he does, because they actually drop health. Let's just see a little bit of like what's coming up. Get out of this room. Does he always follow the same pattern in movement? Like, is that memorizable? Because he doesn't seem to like home in on you in any way. He's just kind of on rails from what it looks like. So that's probably a key to figuring out more of this room. But we need to get him killed a lot faster than we are. Hi, Christian! Hope you're having a great night. And Phil! Thank you so much for stopping by. We are apparently on the final level of Street Fighter 2010 here. And we're already failing miraculously at like the first stage of it. But can you blame me? Like, just so silly. You kind of gotta, because you can't hit him when he's close, so you just kind of gotta play the waiting game. And then he finally opens. It's a case of where like it feels like you need to be aggressive, but you're punished horribly for being aggressive. Please drop some HP. And then jumping for the HP. So that's something to note too, is he has one jump height. Like, I tap A because in my mind I think, okay, if I just tap A a little bit, he'll do a lower jump. But there's no lower jump. So that's why sometimes it looks like I just jump into the enemy for fun. Because I'm expecting to do like a tiny jump, but He got one jump mode, aside from the side flip. Jess, apparently. Boss moves randomly, though it shoots every 5 seconds. Okay. Oh, we actually didn't take a hit there. And again, the fact that we know this is like part of a much bigger stage is scary. This is going to be one of those cases where like the last stage takes the same length of time it took to beat the rest of the game, which is not ideal. And I'm suddenly lost all my ability to do the side flip. Christian shows up, and you know, my Mario instinct comes back, which is what we don't want here. But okay. Let's get serious. Sometimes it seems like things break with one shot, and then other times it takes 2. Strange stuff going on. Not good. Not good at all. It's all about the pattern, Jess. Yes. And it's not the pattern that's hard to follow, but it's... You know, you have to get hits in too. You can't just dodge forever. And that's where I'm failing a little bit. Is combining the two. Dodging and attacking. Because he never seems to, like, stop where it's convenient. Like, here might be good. Drop some health or something. And remember, the problem with trying to attack in the air is that you can only shoot once in the air. Not like one bullet at a time. Like, you can only press B once each time you jump. Which is so bad. Like, how did the company who made freaking Mega Man screw that up? Your air shots, charged punches, charged kicks do more damage. Wait, charged punches? You mean like... Let's see here. Okay, for a second you scared me. I was holding B. I'm like, does it have like a Mega Man? You know, like charged shot? But no, it doesn't. So what do you mean? Your shots, charged punches, and charged kicks? Oh, so you mean like down B? Okay. It's actually been so long since we used down B, I kind of forgot about it. Okay. Yeah, down B helps. We went like a whole couple of worlds there without needing it, so it slipped my mind. That helps a lot, actually. He wants to drop a little bit of health. So again, we've already wasted 50 seconds on a level I'm assuming we probably can't afford to waste that much time. Man. Okay! We almost made progress. Almost. Well, we can say we beat the first boss. Kind of. Okay. Again, I'm assuming it was probably way too long, though, to beat him. We need to be faster. It's also weird that, like, the first time I do a kick, and then it's like I have to let go of down before he'll do another kick. Or maybe just pressing it too fast makes him, I don't know. Like, sometimes he kicks and sometimes he doesn't, as you can see demonstrated right now. Even though all of those were just, like, holding down and pressing B. there. We're getting there. Again, I think we're probably taking way too long. Okay. Now, nothing's gonna kill me as I try to transfer to the next room. Can there please be health pickups along the way? I would really appreciate that. And yeah, you have to like run from room to room, so it's like more time waste. And here comes the enemies. Fun. What is this? Like I have 1 health left. So unfortunately I can't stand around all day. Here's a boss room, it looks like. Who's this gonna be? This guy's thankfully like, he's the fire one, right? It wasn't gonna happen anyway. But okay, we're getting better. We're getting better. There are 5. Wait, all in 200 seconds? That's crazy. I like how this like one level is 10 times the difficulty of the rest of the game. And I like how even when that guy's like shell is open, you still have to be really specific about where you hit. No, see, like none of those counted. So I'm assuming this is taking way too long. Okay, I think we're getting better at it a little bit. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Now, let's not mess up the wall climbing. Under 150 seconds we had that guy defeated. But now, like, again, like, the transfers between rooms are more time-consuming than the bosses, pretty much. Okay. A little bit more powered up. I'm assuming that's probably a trap, though. Like, any attempt to pick up weapons is probably, you know, time that you need. I have full health, too, which is, like, crazy. Oh, no, this was, like, the second boss of the game, who we just killed by mashing B. So maybe we should just mash B again. Okay. Is that a hole in the floor? Oh, okay, it is kind of a hole in the floor. Problem is, though, that I lost a lot of health. Now, this guy was always pretty easy. Once you found out, like, where to stand. Oh, is there 2 of them? I'm just mashing the B button since that was the strat that always worked for these guys. And I don't seem to be taking any damage. Oh, finally. Okay. So, 2 bosses down. I was afraid there for a second it froze. It seemed to be taking a little while. So here's the question. Should I even be like worrying about the power-ups? But the bosses are nearly impossible without a little bit of extra range. There's a 1-up. Like the fact that it drops a 1-up is like just a punch in the face because they don't do anything. Anything would be better than a 1-up in this game, which is again such a rare thing to say about a retro game, when normally 1-ups are like worth their weight in gold. Like even a little tiny bit of health is better than a 1-up. That's run's not going as well as the other one did. Okay. Yeah, the floor kick, definitely the trick for beating that guy. Thank you again for reminding me of its existence. Brings me to the Mega Man X final stage. The one where you climb the room and fight Sigma at the end. Although, you know, Mega Man X1 did have the interesting thing where, like, you fight bosses throughout the fortress instead of just in one designated capsule room. Which is funny because that's like a callback to Mega Man 1, which did it like that. Where then all the Mega Man X games after that brought back the capsule room. Just as all the Mega Man games did after Mega Man 1. Okay, here. Y'all wonder why AVG and Spoony lost their minds. Okay. This has not earned the award of most difficult thing we've ever played yet. Most annoying thing, maybe. But I mean, you know, we've only really gotten halfway, so it's not time to be giving out awards yet. No. Should probably be getting the power up. You know, you want to save time by not going for it, but then it's nearly impossible to do anything without it. That's what I want. And then when we get to the other bosses, I need to remember to utilize the side flip more. Because I don't even think I knew about the side flip when we like fought those guys the first time. But we have wasted way too much time. Not that this is probably going to be the winning run anyway. So it's all about those, you know, just learning how it works. Wonderful. Okay, run, Ken, run! Or Kevin, or whatever your real name is. Do you recommend powering up in the intermission hallways, or is it like a trap? It's hard not to imagine that a little more power, or range at least, isn't a good thing. But I could see how it could be your downfall. This room got like really in there before anything even starts. Did the flip wrong there, did the flip right there. Didn't get out of the way in time there. Okay. This is going to be a good one. I have a good feeling about this one. Start with getting powered up. Maybe. Maybe I take back everything I've ever said. Again, the fact that like you have to wait for it to open up before you can hit it. It's just such a slap in the face when you're so crunched for time already. And then just how specific it is with where you have to hit. Hey, we got 1 hit. 2 hits. Maybe we should count how many hits it takes. Never hurts to be a little more prepared. 3 hits. Nah, didn't make it. 4 hits. Only 4? I forget that. The starfish still survived even as the boss explodes. Not very good time-wise, but practice it wasn't too bad. Which one has the item? Is it this one? Okay. And this one. Okay. Final stage is painful. Yeah, we're learning that. Although I'm not ready to call this like the worst thing ever yet. Nope. Remember, after the second boss, you can health farm afterwards with exploding squids. But that sounds really bad time consumption-wise. But I like the advice. Thank you. Oops. Okay, so is it really only 4 hits? 1. No, still only 1. Still only 1. 2. Again, like, if you want to have good offense, you kind of have to sacrifice defense. So maybe just 1 more? Yes! In only 30 seconds. Okay, there was a part of me when we first got to this level that was worried we would like ever get it down, but it's all coming together. It's all coming together. I just want the item. Please just let me have the item. Thank you. See how it took 2 hits to break that one? Where like sometimes it takes 1? I don't understand the inconsistency. And like that one took 2 again. Okay, 140 seconds at this guy. So you're saying I should health farm off these guys? There's an extra life. I don't know, man. That seems impossible when you're like, you know, a race against the clock. If I just stand on the wall, is that the trick for these guys? Yes. Okay, third boss has been figured out. You don't need to worry about fire coming out of the floor when you're just hanging onto the wall. Okay, we have about half the time remaining for boss number 4 here. Who's this? Welcome, Ken. Troy? What? Wells can control the cytoplasm. I can cause pain in all my victims, just as I've been causing pain in you. This is like a 4D game, as my thumbs are certainly feeling it too. What do you mean, I'm infected? Well, I mean, what did you expect when you went injecting yourself with something called cytoplasm? Didn't you know you were my first victim? Of course, you wouldn't remember. Alright, so getting some real so do we have to watch this cutscene every time now? That's the true scary part. Erased your memory. You can't control the galaxy if you only use your discoveries for good. You have to become evil. Join me, Ken. We can rule together. Never. All right. Okay, so he shoots lasers. And he walks back and forth. Okay. Oh, I should have been flipping. Okay. Okay, that was a really poor attempt. You know, you think, okay, maybe I'll just brute force it, but no, you can't. So we should have been doing the old side flip. And we probably would have had a lot of success dodging his attacks. Just like that. But I'm really happy with our strat for the third boss, just kind of hanging out on the wall. Worked really well. Still haven't taken any damage this run. If he ever wants to, like, get low so I can hit him, that'd be great. One. And this is about the time that we had beaten him last time, unfortunately, too. Still 2. Like, you literally hit the purple part hanging down, and sometimes it just doesn't do any damage. It's ridiculous. Ugh. Okay, there we go. But I have faith. I didn't have so much faith when we got here, and it took us like 20 tries even just to beat the first boss, but I am slowly getting my faith back that this is not the worst thing we've ever played. And see how that time it only took 1 hit to blow that thing up, so I don't get the inconsistency at all. Oh, so you're saying to kick them gives you a little more health? So that's interesting, because that implies, like, I wonder how much... Yeah, you could farm a little. I'll take that for now. Again, I'm not expecting this to be the winning run. But it's good to know. We can get a little bit of HP back there. Ideally, you know, you don't lose too much HP at all. And if you have to farm like a little bit, it's not so bad. This boss is awesome. I love that I can just hang on the wall. Come on, but come up here, though. Make it a little easier for me. Is that both of them? No. Okay, I'm not expecting much with 64 seconds. But we can get some practice in. Please don't show the cutscene again. Oh, start skipped it. It looked like it froze for a second. I was like, please, no. Oh, okay, so his head can turn the opposite direction. Okay, and that was just a poorly placed jump. Okay. Bad. But we're getting there. Troy gives off real Emperor Palpatine vibes, yes. We are so close. Like, look how good we're getting here. Okay, well, we're still taking a few hits. See, like, I can't believe you can hit, like, almost right on target. And for some reason, it doesn't count. 1. He ever wants to come down here. Something like that. Too high. Take the HP though. Hopefully one more? Oops, not. So of all the bosses that we've fought so far, obviously, you know, we can't talk about the ones we haven't beaten yet. This one's like the worst. And then the kind of interlude section after is also the worst. So once I get the, you know, the 4th boss's pattern down, I don't feel like it will be that bad. And then hopefully, you know, we're good. Because yeah, so far it seems like on the list of time consumption, first boss is the biggest offender. Okay, well, that's how it goes. Try to backflip, but steer yourself away from him while he's in the air. Yes, yeah, so the problem is, I need to stand, like, we're talking about the 4th boss. I need to stand closer to him before I perform the backflip. Because as you saw, I landed on him kind of a few times while I was trying to do it, and that's obviously not going to fly. I tried to do the backflip there, and I failed miserably at it. Oh, I got 2 hits on him there. And then he stopped doing the kick, despite the fact that I was still pressing down B. I thought I got 2 hits there. I thought I got a hit there. I feel like I've gotten 4 hits on him. Things in this game seem to have, like, inconsistent health, which is weird. Don't start taking silly hits, though. 1 more should do it. We can never get it. Oh, a 1-up. If a 1-up filled your health, Mario Sunshine style, that would make me happy. Oh my gosh, no. We went from, like, the best run to the worst run. I don't even know what I hit there, but I guess we'll take it. What? That was some epic dodging, and I can't even say that was intentional. It was more accidental than anything. That room, though, the strat that I use is definitely kind of get as high up there as you can, because it seems to be... Oh, I can just jump to the floor. Kind of the best place to avoid the power bracelets there. I'm feeling like a little bit of grinding here is required. Let's grind until it says 100. Yes! Oh, why did it turn? Okay, last one. Full health going into stage 3 here, everyone. Half the time left on the clock. Let's go. Okay, come on where I can hit you. That's what we want. And then it kind of, you know, you gotta leave it up to faith. Hope that they spawn where you can hit them. If they could spawn a little higher, it'd be nice. Well, there's still 2 of them. Sometimes I think like one of them dies, but no, it's like a really exaggerated explosion when they do. Yeah, this should do it! Yes! Okay, full health, going into stage 4 here. 60 seconds though, man, and I think this was the run where our first boss was like really poorly played. only I hadn't done so bad. Yeah, like that's easy, but then I gotta make sure, okay. Well, I gotta make sure I get more distance before I start the attack. Yep, that's the trick. Okay, easy, 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 easy. Hey, shoot him! Shoot him! Die! Is it Sigma? Do I gotta stand on top of his, like, hands? It really is like Mega Man. Health? Okay, but it's definitely more a race against the time than anything at this point. Do I just climb the wall? Okay. Can I reach him from, like, here? Oh, I can, actually. Is that it? Is that it? I don't believe. I don't believe it. The time stopped though. That wasn't that bad. All right. Ken, you infected me with poison, but I still want you to live. Thank you, everyone. That was crazy. Crazy game. So the worst part of the game was the first stage of the last level. Go figure. Oh, secret post game. No, maybe not. But all right, everyone. Oh, he's gonna punch the moon, everyone. Actually, that might be Earth. Is Ken going to punch the Earth with his fist and shatter it into a million pieces? Stay tuned for the sequel, Street Fighter 2011, to find out. Wow, what a game. What a funky game. Real. But Plasma Gun, thank you so much. That's awesome you beat this game like 10 times. I can understand why. It's a classic case of like AVGN hypes it up to be worse than it is. But it's also strange. Like, if you're looking for an action platformer, then obviously something like Mega Man's going to be more what you're looking for. I don't know what genre is this even? It's like a fighting X platformer game. Very, very strange, but not bad. There's a lot here to like, so certainly don't, you know, put it in the bad game list or anything like that. Capcom Through the Bone. Yeah. Hello, Andre. Thank you. Used to have this. No, that's terrible. But thank you so much for watching the stream. Did your cart have a name on it? No, not this one. I actually have this one complete in the box. It's just the platformer really says Plasma Gun. Yes, right? But there you go. That is Street Fighter 2010. Thank you all so much for joining tonight. I think that's probably where we're going to end things off. The next NES game we'll probably play is a Super Pitfall. Is probably where we'll end up next. But the next stream will probably be Super Luigi U. Wanted to get a couple NES streams in to start things off. Make sure I still had it. I didn't know if I still had the NES skills. Like I've said, this game isn't connected to Street Fighter or Final Fight, for that matter. Yeah, again, I'm not the biggest fighting game person, so it's like I don't have that much Street Fighter knowledge to really compare what it did or didn't have to do with it. But yeah, I get the feeling it's probably not too much to do with Street Fighter. And does anything happen if we press start or anything like that? No, it does not. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining tonight. Hope that you enjoyed Street Fighter 2010. I was prepared for that last level to take us like 2 hours. But thankfully it didn't. Thankfully it was like the first phase of the last level. Didn't, you know, take all that long. I mean, the first phase was the worst and the rest didn't take that long. But thanks, David Ray. Thanks, Phil. Thanks, Fennec. Thanks, of course, Plasma Gun, and everyone else who watched. Hope you all have a wonderful night. Miles Luigi, interesting game, good job. Yeah, again, like I said at some point, I was expecting it to be like half the stream, just that one level, but nope. It ended up going pretty well, so take care, everyone. Have a great night, and I'll see you all probably sometime next week for Super Luigi U, which everyone says is very difficult as well, which only intrigues me more. I played a little bit of it back when it came out, but we're going to see if we can finish that one off. So take care, and have a great night, everyone. Thank you, Plus My Gun. Yes, it was great to have you along. Have a great weekend, and so long for now.